over here at the right side, I guess you could say, of this map is
GSL 과일 장소.
the fruit dealer.
Wow.
Up here, more of the top center, but let's just refer to this left side of the map. Our underdog.
나비 효과 제니스.
You know, I have to say, you know, I liked the Street Fighter voice because it was, you know, it had some nice qualities to it. And this guy's sending out 2 SCVs again. What? Oh. But I also, okay, he's just going to scout really quick. Or actually proxy a barracks after he makes that depot. Anyways, as I wanted to say, this voice is actually growing on me really quick. It has like an ethereal quality to it.
Yeah, it does. Kind of like it.
And, this is quite interesting. I think he is definitely going to proxy a barracks here.
Well, the big question is going to be, where is he going to proxy it?
Looks like a drone may be coming down to check for it.
Uh-oh.
No, just going right to the expansion,
He's going to miss it.
He's trying to go down and block the hatchery, actually, I believe. Okay.
eBay.
Quick eBay. Now, this eBay is being built, of course, to stop the drone from making a hatchery.
The engineering bay, the reason why he picks this building specifically is because it has so many hit points.
And it's very inexpensive.
Yes.
So, a good choice there by ButterflyEffect.
We have seen some players plan a bunker, let that complete, and then sell the bunker.
Yeah, but you have to have the barracks for that, of course.
Yes, of course. So this is a strategy that's very good at controlling the Zerg's economy early on. Meanwhile, Vespian gas here, or a refinery on the Vespian gas for the Terran.
The Overlord just checking out what's going on. He's going to want to pay close attention to what add-on goes onto that barracks. I can tell you so much about the early strategy of a Terran player. Between seeing how many gases they get and what goes onto that barracks, you can deduce a lot of things as a top-level Zerg.
Here is the spawning pool. It's almost finished. Of course, just like in StarCraft I, Zerg always wants to be up in one expansion. So not being able to get this expansion location puts Zerg in a tough situation because there aren't very many other locations that you can expand to safely. You can't go here. Yep. We do see some players go here, but of course that could be risky as well.
Yeah, that's quite far away. Hard to defend at times. You see a Roach Horn going up. So it looks like FruitDealer are going to use a very aggressive and, in a lot of ways, safe style against ButterflyEffect. The only problem is when you actually spend this much resources early on things like Zerging speed, on Roaches and whatnot, if they rush to Banshee, you can be in a lot of trouble because Queens are not good against a lot of Banshees.
Yeah, that's quite true. Banshees can really get out of control quite quickly if you're not prepared for them.
Yeah. I mean, if someone goes to Starport Banshee and you don't actually have a Hydralisk den, you almost just straight up lose the game right there. So you got to be very careful with that, as I'm sure FruitDealer is aware.
He is the FruitDealer. Very talented player.
Yeah. He dealt some amazing fruit last season.
Yes, he did. We have the SCV about to be picked up. Of course, that Roach range, yeah, very good at even getting rid of scouting SCVs.
Yeah, it really did so much for the Roach. You know, when that Roach lost that armor and gained an extra supply early in the beta, it just became this unit that was not used that much. But now with the 4 range, there's definitely going to be a big return of Roaches, at least for now, while people test it out and see how much they really like it. I really like this, by the way. A Roach, as we see on the minimap, is just making his way over to the Terran base. It's like, what's over here?
Past the Automaton 2000. It's an Automaton 2000 now.
That's right.
We saw him as a utility bot last time.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The cousin of the Automaton 2000. Tank is out. ButterflyEffect so far in a slight lead.
And we are seeing a second starport go up. That's interesting. A Viking being made, a second starport going up. And this most likely means Banshee, because otherwise you can just get a reactor if you need a lot of starport units. So we're almost definitely going to see 2 starport Banshee, but delayed, which may throw FruitDealer way off.
Well, he's definitely not going to try to play a standard game against a player like FruitDealer.
Yeah.
He wants to throw him off as much as possible. Overlord now picked off. Meanwhile, the layer on the way here.
It is half done. So these Banshees, actually the delayed timing of them may not work out all that well.
Yeah, the 3rd Queen's going to be out soon. And of course, he did not. Well, now he's getting the Tech Lab a little bit later, actually. That's interesting. And he's going to go for double Tech Lab. So this is a pretty I wouldn't say all-in move, but it's not very easy to recover from if it doesn't work. You're going to get a ton of Banshees.
Yeah, he's spending so much of his resources to just get these Banshees that simply making a Hydralisk Den and just covering his mineral lines well, FruitDealer can get very far ahead. But in fact, he's going for a Spire.
Spire. Now, if he does do a bunch of damage before the Spire finishes, that could change everything. No cloak, though, here.
No cloak, but, you know, there are a lot of queens so far. The Viking goes now, wow.
Yeah, I did pick out the Viking, excuse me.
Now, with 3 queens in play, basically he's going to need 3 Banshees to take those out well. 2 Banshees aren't really going to do it. You kind of need 1 more queen than they have Banshees in small numbers.
Another thing to note is that they can use Transfusion
to
try to save the queen, so you got to be very careful about which queen you're going to target.
Yeah, you have to pick the one that has the energy. All right, here we go.
The Banshees.
This is a huge moment right here. The queen running away. He's throwing up with this other queens, and he is attacking that queen. Oh, very nice. And he's going to lose a Banshee. That is huge. And that is going to really minimize the amount of damage he can actually do, especially with the Spire finishing up. It will be done momentarily. And then Banshee's not so good against Mutalisks, Tasteless.
Turns out they can't shoot air units. If only they could fly up a little bit higher. All right, here they go. Overseer out just in case his opponent was getting cloaked.
Yeah. Luckily for his opponent, he's not. And still trying to take out the queens, but we do have 5 Mutalisks building. 3rd Banshee on the way, but when these Mutalisks pop out, it is going to be really bad times for our Terran player.
Finally, the queen picked off.
And smartly flying away. He realizes that, FruitDealer has to have something to deal with this. In the meantime, FruitDealer taking that gold base, as we see on the minimap.
The Mutas are out slightly faster than the Banshees, just slightly.
Uh-oh. This is a full dropship here. If they target it, the game's going to end. And he does manage to unload Marines.
1 wounded Mutalisk here. With the drop denied here, Terran now pushing out.
Okay, this is a very hard to stop rush. I'm excited to see this. It's Banshees with a tank and a bunch of Marines. Oh, some Hellions mixed in as well. It's hard to close on this because the Mutas aren't going to kill those Marines very easily. So you have to hit them with something else. The Banshees and tanks are designed to not let that occur.
He's going to get a reception over here, though, on the medevac.
That's
medevac
big.
Key for keeping those Marines alive.
That's right, but here comes the rush. This is a very strong attack here, but he's got to keep the Marines up here, or he's going to lose a lot of units he shouldn't be losing. Here are the Marines, and man, he needs a lot of units to be able to take this out.
He's going to have to stall him by time. Looks like the Spine Caller's not going to finish. He does cancel.
This is a very nice timing rush here by our Terran player. Here we go. The Zergling's coming up. The Mutas, they should be targeting Marines right now. And it looks like he is going to be able to take them out. He has made enough Mutas. And all that's left are units that cannot hit the Mutalisks. FruitDealer is going to be able to clean this up very easily.
He just goes in, takes out the Banshees, takes out the Hellion. I don't know if there's much that he can do. This drop ship with Narcolepsy passes out, now killed.
That's right. FruitDealer right now, his gold base has popped up. Let's take a look at the supplies. FruitDealer with 90 and 55 on poor ButterflyEffect. This is not looking good.
Well, ButterflyEffect, I think, is essentially dead. There it is, GG.
The defending champion takes the game with ease. He's like, just another day at the office.
Guess it's time to go back and sell some more fruit.
He doesn't need to sell fruit anymore, man. He has a fleet of people under him selling
fruit now.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good timing rush there by the Terran.
Yeah, no, it was quite nice. He did not have enough Marines in it. He actually, I don't like the way he spent his money there. It definitely should have been more Marine heavy. Normally when you do this rush, you do have up to 4 Banshees, but normally you have a lot more Marines with it. He did not have the Marine numbers that he needed. I don't think he even stemmed in that battle. So a lot of problems with the rush that we saw ButterflyEffect pull off there. The tank was a little bit overkill. He saw the Roach Den, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing is that strategy is banking off the Banshees doing enough damage that he's not going to have enough Mutalisks, for instance, or enough, you know, whatever he was going to use to try to hold that off. Roaches, for instance. And really, when the first Banshee fleet went in there, they didn't do the damage they were supposed to do quickly enough.
No, he was targeting queens. Yeah. He lost one on a silly, you know, right-click on a queen, and they just fly through 2 other queens attacking. You know, not well done in that regard. But, you know, it's hard to play the defending champion first round.
Hard to play the richest StarCraft II player in the world.
That's right.
I got to say, ButterflyEffect played really well. We hope he participates in Season 3, as we have so many more GOMTV tournaments coming up here.
I know, man.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
I know.
StarCraft 2 for life.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be going to a break in a moment here, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to be giving an interview to the one, the only, the FruitDealer. And, of course, after that, we're going to go on our next match, which is going to be Next Genius, one of the best Protosses in the entire world. He's going to be going up against Rain Foyu. And that's actually a really cool match. I'm excited to see it.
It's going to be awesome, man. Thank you guys, by the way, for joining us. Special thanks to our sponsors and Blizzard for making such a great game. We'll be back.